So you're thinking about selling your home, you've been hearing that it's a hot market, and now you're wondering, what do you need to do to prepare your property for sale? Well, luckily as a seller right now, you're benefiting from minimal competition as inventory still remain extremely low. Now you're also benefiting from the fact that there are a lot of buyers sitting on the sideline ready to write an offer. Many sellers have the luxury of choosing between multiple offers after only being on the market for a couple of days. And on top of that, sellers get to ask for highest and best instead of receiving offers under the asking price, which they probably were used to in previous markets. But does every seller receive these type of results on their property right now? Is every property selling within a few days? The truth is, they're not. Even though we're in one of the hottest sellers market that we've ever seen, properties are still expiring every single day. Now, why is this? And how could a property possibly not sell in a market like this? Well, if you're a seller, you have to first ask yourself, who would buy my house? See, there's many different types of buyers out there. You have first-time home buyers, seasoned home buyers, probably on their third or fourth home, buyers looking to downsize, buyers looking to upsize, investors, and the list goes on and on and on. You should then ask yourself, why are buyers buying right now, and what type of buyer will probably purchase my property? Interest rates are historically low, so you have more millennials buying their first home now more than before. The pandemic has rearranged families' priorities and what they need in a house, and investors are parking money in real estate as home values continue to rise. So what buyer will be purchasing your property? Another thing to consider is how would a buyer feel when they see my property in comparison to other properties? We don't have the power to read people's minds, but we can anticipate what they might be looking for when purchasing a home. Most buyers want a move-in ready home, and while looking at properties, buyers like to imagine themselves owning the house. They will imagine themselves cooking dinner, watching TV together as a family. They will think about what rooms will be for who and how they plan to decorate. And your job as a seller is to anticipate who your buyer might be and prepare your property accordingly. So with that being said, I have 5 tips to help you prepare your home for sale. Tip number 1, declutter. Again, buyers need to be able to imagine themselves and their family enjoying the home as if it was already theirs. Tip number 2, curb appeal. Now, curb appeal is like a first impression. You only have one time to make a good shot. So don't allow a buyer to make a negative decision on your property before they ever enter your home. Tip number 3, neutralize odors and smells. I can't tell you how many times a foul smell has ruined a showing for me. If you have cats, dogs, any type of pet really, or if you smoke, then you should highly consider finding ways to get rid of the odor. Don't let something as small as smell get in the way of selling one of your most important assets. And tip number 4, a pre-listing inspection. Even though it's a strong seller's market, you still want to put yourself in a position to accept the best offer that will get you to the closing table. Now, I typically find the best way to ensure a smooth closing is to eliminate as many ticking time bombs as possible. I consider any surprise that can compromise a deal as a ticking time bomb. So why not get ahead of the curve and get an inspection before the buyer does? That way, you as the seller will have a strong understanding of what the house may need before listing the property. This move will also give you a stronger position when negotiating with a buyer as well. And last but not least, tip number 5, talk to a realtor. First off, don't ever feel like you're wasting an agent's time with your questions. Ask your realtor as many questions as you can about preparing your home for sale and make sure that you're clear on your goals. The truth is, realtors deal with real estate transactions day in and day out, and in this rapidly changing market, it's good to talk to someone who's in the trenches every day. So there you have it, 5 tips to help you prepare your home for sale in this crazy market. Of course, there are many other things that you can do and to consider, especially since each home is unique. If you would like to put yourself in the best position to maximize the ROI on your home, then I highly suggest you follow tip number 5, talk to a realtor, as we're constantly helping sellers like you every day.